Happens.
Yeah, there it is.
Good afternoon, everyone. We want to thank you for joining us. I have my cousin and myself here. We want to welcome you to Unleash Your Truth of Angie. This is a place where truth speaks, shame breaks, and healing begins. And we know that you are welcome to come use this platform to tell your truth. And today we're piggybacking off of the episode of autism to give you insight on what's going on. And she and my cousin explained, what is your name?
My name is Denise.
Denise. Well, and Denise will tell you how how autism showed up in her with her boys and different things that she have observed that will may help you in your walk or whatever. So, Denise, how, for yourself, were
Mhm.
there any signs and symptoms that you knew early on, or how did that work with?
Mm, Well, like when he was younger, like maybe around 2 or 3, I noticed signs, but I wasn't for sure if it was
Hmm.
autism because at the time he was being diagnosed with ADHD. So, years passed on and, things began to get worse. And I even had a lady, which she's family pretty much, and she was telling me he's got autism. And I'm like, no, he don't,
Hmm.
in denial.
Yeah.
And so I finally got up the courage, the nerve to, get him tested.
Mhm.
And so when I did, he confirmed it. And I was like, oh my God, I was so, I don't know, it's something,
Probably like in awe, maybe like just had you in awe.
like, yeah, like, is this really happening?
Hmm.
I was like that, like, I didn't understand, like, why.
Was it anything that he was doing at that time to make you think that something was going on? Or
Well, like, see, he had behavior issues with his.
hmm.
Um, and he would, like when he had his tantrums, he would, bang his head against the wall, put
Hmm.
himself in timeout,
Yes,
say all kind of crazy stuff, and that's the kind that he had.
yeah. And see,
Hmm.
Canes was sensory, but there, if you don't nip it in the bud, then it becomes an issue. So then you get the behavior. So
Hmm.
like I was wondering if you had to a time now. How old was he when he got diagnosed? Pretty much.
Let's see, he's 14 now, so I want to say maybe about 11, 12, maybe.
And then you said you got one is 14 and one 15.
Yeah, my 15-year-old is on the spectrum as well.
They're different.
They're both on the different scale.
Hmm.
Mhm.
What do you think is something that you have learned from that time to now? You've seen some change about, um,
Um, with my youngest, I have seen a lot of changes.
mm,
Like the tantrums that he used to have, the behavior issues that he used to have.
mm.
Like he don't really, I don't see no signs of them.
Wow, that's like he's
Mhm.
outgrowing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
And
now I'm sure there's times though that you can see it peek his head out or no.
um now he is
Hmm.
hyperactive.
Hmm.
So that part comes out more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he makes, different type noises, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't sit still, sometimes. But
Oh.
yeah, that's what I'm seeing now.
Yeah, and that's something that you say that because we notice even with those with ADHD,
Right, right.
the medication and stuff that,
Yeah.
Lord, I tell you that we was talking about,
I'm
um,
telling
yeah, it gets to be that they try to control them with the medication.
you.
Sometimes
Exactly.
the medication, the side effects can be just as bad.
Exactly. And that was what was wrong. Like
Hmm.
the medicine that they were on, because I had them on one medicine. I think I started them out with Quilivant, and then I
Okay.
advanced on to Vyvanse, but both of those, no, had them zombified. They lost
Yes.
their appetite.
Mhm.
Like they just weren't themselves. and I didn't like that. And then I think like one of them, it would mess up their stomach, like make
Hmm.
them sick in the stomach, whatever.
I
So
get it.
I can't do it. I took them off.
Hmm. But
Yeah,
I know as much with, say for instance, they put them on medication. They
right.
do so good because I got some girlfriends that,
Hmm.
oh, my daughter, she's doing good, or she's doing well, or he's doing well. But
Yeah.
you got to be ready to embrace those negative,
Hmm.
not eating, and sometimes the insomnia ways.
Yeah.
Because I did take that. I've had the Vyvanse and the Adderall, and they tried
Mhm.
so many different things back in the day for ADHD. As I'm getting older, I don't
Right.
as busybody. But I do find myself, when you focus, when you're taking that medication, and anybody that takes Adderall, some people take it as a activity, get them high.
Hmm.
Oh, girl, that thing make you hot, flashing and sweating, and
Wow.
has the best side effects. Like, there's doctors that work. I work with a doctor that I want to say he had, I want to say he had bipolar. But those same medications, although it maybe is a medication to for one thing, it helps with a lot of other things. So it helped me to focus, but you got to go through the not eating, as you said, and then
Right. Right.
and then you got dehydration because I wasn't drinking or eating. And
Hmm.
but the best part of it, I was productive. So right now, they're not actually having to take anything.
No.
That is
Mm-mm.
that's a blessing because I don't want,
It is.
taking. I don't want him to have to take anything if he have to, because I was told that with children is on the spectrum, that they don't
Hmm.
produce much melatonin to sleep and rest. So I do know that with anxiety, sometimes we could just see he gets so worked up and stimming and happy that we will
Hmm.
touch him, he's sweating, his heart racing. And I know going forward, they may just have to put him on like something to help him. But the
Right.
ABA therapy he's in now, girl, they work him out so much that he be so tired and exhausted that he be shut, like his body shuts down.
Oh,
He'll be
wow.
all day, and she have to give him, bath and stuff the next day.
Yeah.
But I do know, like I said, that's still a good thing that you mentioned something about your daughter.
Yeah. So she was diagnosed with intellectual disability, which is pretty much her mind state is not where it should be for
Mhm.
her age.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, and she's delayed in some areas and may not understand how to do certain things.
Hmm.
But yeah, like her mind, the way she thinks is not of her age, like
How
a
how does
younger
that
person.
affect her with some of her peers? Like, are they, because I know she'll still have that
Mhm.
baby face. She's always had a baby face. Um,
Yeah.
but I feel what you're saying. Her age, she's not catching up to her age like the way
Right.
she
Right.
should. How does that affect you to even let her go places? You know what I mean? Like, just trying to make sure she's okay.
It affects me, um, like especially like her eating habits.
Mhm.
Like she eats with her hands. Like she don't really use utensils. She eats like a baby, pretty much.
Yes. Yes.
And um, like her hygiene and stuff, like chores and stuff, I have to get on her about that as
Like, to
well.
remind her to.
Right. Right. Uh-huh. And like certain stuff now that she's an adult now,
Mhm.
we still don't understand how to quite do like budget money, count
Yeah.
money, that type thing.
Yeah.
So I'm having to,
Try to teach her in that area.
yeah, teach her that, and how to be independent
Mhm.
and do stuff on her own.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I know even for boys it's hard, but for
Yeah,
girls, did she experience any type of bullying or
she
anything?
did. When she was in middle school, it was so bad. I went to the school
Mhm.
numerous times.
Were they helpful at all?
Well, to me, no, I don't think, because to me, they really didn't do anything. I mean, and I had to even get her therapist to come up there and talk to the
Okay.
guidance counselor, because a situation occurred where she had told her guidance counselor, she made up a story that um, my ex-husband, who was my husband at the time, I guess he beat me up and all kind of stuff and sent me to the hospital and
Wow.
all that. Yeah. And so, um, I DSS got involved, of course, so I had to explain to them, no, none of that happened,
Hmm.
um, and that I'm fine and well. So, and I asked her, like,
At the same, yeah.
why did she say that? And
Hmm.
she was like, because she's being bullied. So, like, yeah, so like certain stuff,
Hmm.
when it happens to her, I don't know. She makes up stories.
Yeah.
I have no idea why,
Hmm.
but she makes up stories like when she's upset,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And like I said, I still to this day don't understand why.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
But I wouldn't want that to,
Yeah,
'cause it could be bad.
yeah, it could. It
Does
could.
she understand? I mean, of course not. Like,
Right.
but in her mind, she believes what she's saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, I definitely, we always be praying. I always that was my girl. I haven't checked on in a
Yeah.
while. And for the boys,
Mm-hmm.
what type of friends are you said they like to be like loners or are they
Pretty much. I mean, like my oldest, he's got some friends at school, like a
extra?
little circle or whatever. But
Mhm.
other than that, they're to themselves. And
Wow.
I guess they get that from me because I'm like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say that may not be as bad of a thing because
Yeah.
they who
Right.
they are. And like you
Mm-hmm.
said, you pretty much like to be like that. So as a mother,
Mm-hmm.
how do you prepare yourself? Because one day, she may be going through something and you got your
Yeah.
life going on, or you may get a phone call because they're about to head back to school, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Let's get to this. I remember during COVID, I was so appalled with you. I was just so grateful that you was able to just maintain that role, still providing from them for school, teaching and
Right.
allowing them. Yeah. So we were, I'm not gonna say we were afraid, but we didn't know what the world was doing.
We
We
did.
didn't know whether to go to the grocery store or how, and then they weren't letting you go in certain places. So
Mm-hmm.
how was that for you though? Just to be able to do that at home?
It was it was an experience. It
Mm-hmm.
was an experience.
Mm.
Like I just had to go for it. I had to do what I had to do as a mother, to make sure that they got the proper education teaching.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I had to make sure they were good.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
But I
had to go
also
for it.
know that you deal with depression.
Yes.
So how do you cope with that or did with that back then versus now? Do you have different
Um,
things? Because you've grown
yeah,
spiritually. So I do
yeah.
know that helps a lot. So that was a dark time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I dealt with that. I don't know. I just coped as best as I could,
Mm-hmm.
as best as I knew how back
Mm-hmm.
then.
That's it.
Seeing that I really didn't know how to,
Yeah,
but I did it.
but you did it. God
Yeah.
gave you the grace to do it.
Yes.
Or
It
self,
wasn't
yeah, because if
easy,
you
but
was all
yeah.
in the house,
Right.
so how did you get out? I mean, well, you had to take your time to go outside the
Hmm.
house. Mm-hmm. Because they were younger then. It was almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That was still tough. I remember when we used to be on the phone and use all three of them, and then in the house, I had the
Hmm.
Don't Tell Nobody group going on. You was trying to help me in that. We
Yeah.
was inspiring, and God is still blessing us because even at those
Right.
dark times, there was people about to lose it.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. And
And I
even
just think, yeah, I thank God that I didn't lose it. I could have lost my mind.
yeah,
I could have.
mm-hmm.
All the hell I done been through, I could have lost my mind.
Lost your
And
mind.
I thank God.
Oh Lord, I don't even know what to even say about that because
Yes.
if anybody go back to COVID, I remember taking Kagan to the park.
Mhm.
Mothers was because they needed to, even though kids like to withdraw,
Right.
even though we didn't want us touching, do you know that the
Hmm.
dirt that we have and even our saliva, everything, we need that to operate in
Hmm.
this world. You can't be so isolated from people. And a
Right.
lady was like, well, her daughter couldn't walk or something. And she was getting very, very depressed, a young girl. She was young, but they would
Hmm.
find her doing things and these kids, that's why I'm saying I'm glad to see that because
Yeah.
you're over them and they have to see you showing up, but nobody will show up.
Right.
So now, how do you deal with depression for yourself now?
Mhm. For myself,
Yeah.
I I spend time in nature because,
Talk
like I
about
said,
it.
number one, nature heals.
Hmm.
For
Hmm.
those of for those of you who are dealing with depression, anxiety, I'm
Yeah.
telling y'all, go out in nature. Nature heals. Sit up under the tree, meditate, look at the sun, meditate,
Yes.
ground yourself. It helps. It heals. I'm telling you. Let's look. Even stand by water.
Yeah.
Stand by water, like a
Hmm.
waterfall, the lake.
I used to see you
Ocean.
over there. Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That for me, that heals me.
Yes.
So, and
Mhm.
then like I would listen to music. I even made a playlist on Spotify
Yeah.
just for positive energy
That's
that
right.
me.
Hmm.
And I listen to it and I just be
And
jamming.
that is so good because I know, let's keep it all the way real. There's some mothers that be about to lose it. They had a rough day at work, a rough time,
Mm-hmm.
had three children, and no, even though she's an adult basically, and the others 14 and 15, you still have to find time in there to unwind. I'm glad you got your playlist, and don't forget your affirmations you have all over the place. I've seen
Yeah.
them.
Yes, affirmations is another thing. You speak those into your life.
Yes,
Speak them every day.
yes. No matter, even when you don't feel like it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And even when you're in the shower,
Yeah.
meditate. You say those affirmations
Mhm. And
and it will cleanse you.
yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you, because I know you did,
Mhm.
you spoke life into them. And I know it was times that that when they
Oh
going through
yeah.
things that you was praying and behind the scenes we would pray.
Hmm.
Um now for because it don't I seen them before and I said when they was little
Hmm.
and it was like they were getting popped in church all over the place because they was doing this and doing that. But now, like you said, when I see them, I'm like, is that the same?
Yeah.
Oh, like so they're growing out of that.
Hmm.
Now with your daughter, would she be going to like a technical college or work
Um,
in a working place?
he wants to go to RCCC to take up cosmetology.
And I think
And I
she'll be
don't,
good. Mhm.
yeah,
I
but we
really
working
think
on
she'll
that.
be good. So but you told me she liked to what, like event
She,
planning?
yeah, she likes that.
Yeah.
She loves planning events, so I don't know.
Yeah. I think when we're younger, and I'm just glad that she is having the mind to even want to, but it being accepted by your peers or being accepted by
Right.
people, even us. I still
Hmm.
say that every person is on a spectrum of something. And
Right.
whether it's on a spectrum here or there, because I told you yesterday when we did
Hmm.
this whole video, that about me, how I was repetitious. Everything had to be a certain way. And
Hmm.
even when my dress, if I put on something, like Jazz can put on some plaids and some polka dots. Everything in me, and I'm using her for example,
Yeah.
I cannot do anything unless it kind of coordinates, even if it's in the house. If somebody moves something, I know it's
Yeah.
it. I battle with ADHD at one point in my life, but like I said, as I'm getting older, I can see that that's kind of slowly uh,
Yeah.
taking its place. But staying mentally stable and grounded
Got to.
is a biggie.
Yes.
And I know that because I mean, I know a lot of times if I got something going on in my life,
Hmm.
once I enter around water, Patrick will take me a lot of times
Yes.
around water, and it's just the purity from it. And then
Right.
I feel like it's the Holy Spirit, which always speak to me. If it's something not sure about, I get
Hmm.
clarity, and it does that for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
so, huh?
staying around positive people.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah. You got to divorce some relatives sometime.
Definitely love it from a distance, baby.
Yes, and nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Mhm.
So what do you
Mhm.
feel like you could like what their eating habits? I remember
Yeah.
Jazz back then, I mean she wasn't even you was having to make her eat, wasn't it? She would
Yeah,
have
she's
something.
like when we go out, she will not eat.
Yeah.
It's something I don't know. She don't like eating in front of people for some reason.
Wow.
So she like I said, when we go out to eat, she will not eat.
Hmm.
Um, we have to wait till we get home.
And then she'll,
Yeah, she'll eat a little something. But yeah, and she's still like that to this day.
I remember way back when. Oh my God.
Yes.
And the
Hmm.
boys, they don't have that problem.
No, they don't have that problem, but it's certain things that they won't eat.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't get me started because when I tell you about Caleb, anything, he would love to eat eggs. He would love to eat anything that what you can think of like slimy. He wanted watermelon, but because it's slimy, like I
Yeah.
said, my hands are wet if I touch him, or if you're giving him something, it just the oh, and you know how to be on the grass in the mornings. He ain't gonna
Hmm.
walk through that grass. He gonna go all the way through there. So,
Oh,
like I said, he has more sensory, but like
hmm.
Pastor was saying, also he repeat the words over and over again.
And that's what my son did.
Oh, he did too.
Well, like if you say something, he'll
Oh,
repeat it and
read it.
he'll repeat. Yeah.
Yeah. You was gonna talk about how you oh, denial. How did you pretty much at first, because don't nobody want to first accept the fact,
Right,
you
right.
know what I mean?
So yeah, like I was saying, the lady, like I said, was she's family. Yeah, she told me years ago, she's like, he has autism. And I was like, no, he don't. I'm thinking it's just ADHD
Hmm.
because she's got two that's
Okay.
autistic.
Okay.
So she was telling me, I'm like, no, I'm not accepting that. So
Mhm.
I found, like I said, I finally got up the courage
Yeah.
and I got them tested and it was confirmed. And like I said, at that moment, I was just like, oh my God, like I was so hurt. And
Hmm.
I was like questioning God, like, why me?
Hmm. Hmm.
Why me? And like I told you yesterday, I was talking to an old coworker of mine, who has a autistic son as well, but he's nonverbal. And
Oh.
so, yeah. So
Mhm.
when I was telling her about it, she was encouraging me and she was like, well, God give us special people because he know that
Mhm.
we can handle it. And so I'm reminded of that daily. And then also
Mhm.
another statement was, I'm built for it.
It's ooh, girl.
And I'm reminded of that every
Yes.
time,
Mhm.
every time. Yes.
Now take us back to the day when they were small and the police was called.
Yes, so I was married at the time and we had the boys with us and we were
Mhm.
going to the laundromat. And before we got out I think I had a van. Yeah. Before we got out the van,
Mhm.
we told them stay in the back. Don't go up in the front. So,
Yeah.
okay, everything was cool. We go in there, put the clothes in the washer and everything. We turn around. The youngest is hanging out on the window part of the
Being a boy.
window, hanging and the other was in the front seat. And we like, oh my God. So we rush out.
Ooh.
Um, and so their dad, goes in the van and
Mm.
tries to get control of Demarie, the youngest, because he's all over the place.
Uh-huh.
And it just so happened it was a white lady coming from somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where she was coming out of, but
Mhm.
she was, being her,
Being her.
being
You want
being
to
a
say
kid,
Karen.
being a Karen, as we say. And
Yep.
she called the cops on us, not knowing exactly what was going on. We even had DSS called on us.
Mm.
So they met us at the laundromat. We all standing on the window. Well, not the window, but the sidewalk.
And you doing the best
And
you can.
yeah, and so I'm explaining to the cops or whatever that he has a condition,
Mm.
and they would not let me have my son. They would not give him back. They wouldn't release him. Yeah, so it took me to call my grandmother for them
Mhm.
to release my son because if it had not been for her, they were going to keep him.
The grace of God.
By the grace of God, that the devil thought he had him.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Thought.
oh my God. So you was able to get
Yeah, I was able to get him back because my grandma was like, "No, y'all release him now,"
mhm.
and
I
so they
brought
had
it
no
up.
choice.
I bring it up because I want if somebody's listening to this, and if you are going through something
Hmm.
similar and you're doing the best you know how,
Right.
Look at what happened with you. And I don't know how someone,
Mhm.
because people don't mind their business, you know that.
They don't.
They
They
mind
don't.
everybody else's but theirs.
That part.
So I guess, and you're not gonna walk around and label nobody. Um,
Mm-mm.
but yeah, I know now because when you have it in your family, you're dealing with it,
Hmm.
you learn to not. Because I'm gonna tell you, one time, Jazz had, I think Kagan was screaming so loud, and people were looking like,
Yeah.
oh, their noses all up. But
Right.
unless you know what's going on, he get excited, he squeals so loud or something like that. But
Yeah,
he
that's
don't
the
do it as
way.
much. But he do verbal stimming, would mean
Hmm.
making these noises. And
Right.
now there's so many people from the left to right, kids that's on the
Hmm.
spectrum, that a lot of people. I never thought to be looking around at a person because you're still that's a child.
Right.
And now, if you had them in a chokehold or something like that, and they saw you, I was okay. Well, she got, but no, I mean, you're doing the best you can. But that could have been terrible,
It could.
courthouse, and
Yeah.
everything else.
Hmm. And I'm gonna say this: I used to be like kind of nervous,
Yeah.
uh, or ashamed,
Hmm.
embarrassed, like when I would take him to church because
Hmm.
he would be up just moving
Yeah.
every day, and I know people be looking,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
so um, I just be like, wow.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
I used to be, yeah, embarrassed, but I'm not anymore.
And the
No.
one thing that I do think about, because they are black men,
Right.
and we live in this world where it doesn't matter. A lot of times, the color of our skin give them a problem.
It
And
does.
that's sad. Um,
Hmm.
as I said in one of the last episode, a young lady shared with me her son has been in group homes. And
Hmm.
all it is he, he's on the spectrum or whatever, but I feel bad for the millions of people that would never get diagnosed, but they done been beaten or locked up, or the parents is doing
Right.
different things and they can't take it. They feel like, oh gosh, how did I forget this? This lady I talked to in Target had shared with me that her son was 40 something. She
Hmm.
said, I couldn't do it. I put him in a home. It's the best place for him. And I told her, you feel fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you look, don't beat yourself up. Don't regret if you got to do
Right.
his best. Because if he's gonna hurt her or himself. So I feel like in that scenario, it's case by case. Every person's on the spectrum is
Right.
different. And I know that we all want to do what's right for them.
Hmm.
And there's some people that just, I know you would never do that, but that is
Right.
something that has had to give them up to, you know. But I just feel
Oh,
like a lot of times they need attention. They need attention. They need love,
mhm.
and
They
we
do.
have to support them. And definitely praying behind them, 100%.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Hmm. So that's a good thing that they're ready. Are they excited about school starting or?
Well, maybe one.
Oh yeah, because
One maybe.
that's the best they can do. Are
Right.
do the teachers teach, I don't know what the teachers are teaching these days, especially if the kids, I'm not gonna blame the teachers. I know children are
Right.
different. And you said, do he have ADHD or no?
Well, he was diagnosed with it at
Hmm.
first.
Yeah.
But when I took him to get tested, that ruled out.
Oh,
But it was
good. Because that's hard
yeah.
to not focus in class.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
that's why I say this. It's just very, very important. It's not to say that your child has a problem,
Right.
but if you find out that that child has different disorders, I'm gonna put it that way, whether it's focusing, it could be something with the stimming. But I've seen a
Hmm.
lot of, like I told you before, getting beaten. And a lot of times, Chad, we don't even want to talk about some people I know that want to tell me that they felt
Hmm.
like their child was demonic and had all these things wrong when all it
Right.
was autism. If you don't understand it, don't put a
Yeah.
name on it,
That part.
you know? And then some people, they don't even bring them out because they are ashamed.
Hmm.
And they don't let them play with other children, but you got to let them play. Don't treat them any different,
Right.
you know? Now, back in
Hmm.
school, I'm going to share this with you. Back in high school, it was this guy, and every day we get on the bus, he'd be over there rocking and rocking and rocking, and,
Hmm.
he'd be doing things. That's not what autism look like these days.
No.
Um,
Mm-mm.
I met a guy at Publix, and he was doing something, and it was a manager.
Hmm.
He was ADHD and on the spectrum, and they had him doing work. But what I'm saying that for is because he can't and be in the back because he's so busy. But you see how smart they are? I
They
mean,
are very smart.
intelligent, little geniuses.
Yes. Yes.
So I just feel like we just have to have grace. Like they got, to me, we're in their world.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when I'm around Cake and it feel like, okay, invite me to your world because he's talking about stuff I don't know about, but I can learn. So yeah,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? And we just have to
Mhm.
be mindful and respectful and also give ourselves grace when we don't see it may be something that I can't do because Lord knows I didn't know what
Right.
to do so many times. I used to have to call Patrick and talk to him about, and then we learned the channels. You remember
Yeah.
Lacey?
I did look. For me, I didn't know what to do either when I
Yeah.
first found out. I didn't know what to do, how to do. I didn't know nothing. I was
Yes.
like, oh my
Hmm.
God, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was just lost. Like, I didn't know.
Hmm. And
And
then
what,
you start doing research, and then, like I said,
yeah,
now that they're getting have gotten that old, it's like a lot
mhm,
more. A different millennium of them are coming out, and
right.
a lot of people wanting to know. Now, it's a group on Facebook, a couple groups for
Hmm.
autism, where mothers say that their child is still wearing diapers, and at
Oh,
6 and 7
wow.
years old,
Hmm.
and some won't get haircuts because they don't like the sound of clippers. I mean,
Right.
and then you got young women on their menstrual and they don't know nothing about doing all that stuff. So it's a lot, you know.
It is a lot.
And I
Mhm.
just said prayers. And I will attach something to this, but we pray that this came out well. We did it yesterday. And so today we did it again for just you good people that joined us. And cuz I thank you for coming on and taking out of your day, out of your time, sharing your walking journey with me and to know that. And for anyone else, you got any more questions or anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell those who are experiencing or dealing with, someone with autism,
Mm.
don't let anyone else who's not walked in your shoes tell you how to do, what to do, how to cope, none of that,
Hmm.
because they don't know. They
Oh,
don't know.
hmm.
Only you know.
I agree with that
So,
100%. Yes.
yeah, the
Because
don't.
we quick to say, oh, I will beat his little butt, or I'll be doing this.
Right. And you can't do it. You
Every
can't.
time that child will have a big knot upside.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, and I agree with that. Find out what's going
Mm-hmm.
on. And single parents are raising children,
Right.
especially boys,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to have mentorship or we can find resources or, because we got the people in the church, they're gonna get claim and say they're the devil sometime.
That's right.
But
No,
Lord,
baby.
we gotta pray for them too.
Exactly. Pray for them
Yes.
too.
But that's some good nuggets right there. We got to continue to make
Yeah.
sure to don't label them without getting them checked. If it's something
Right.
going, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's something that a belt won't get done. I don't even know if people beat them with belts anymore.
Look, that's outdated.
Yeah,
It
yeah, that's
don't
what
even
I'm saying.
phase them no more. It don't phase them no more.
What they do, take the iPads and stuff like that. Is that what they do?
Yeah. I take what they love the most.
Yes. That gets me every time.
Yep.
I tell you, because yeah, it's different. And I glued to them iPads and phones.
Yes. Yes.
But now I'll bring you back on because we'll discuss something else. You know how we do.
Okay.
And
All
I want to
right.
thank everybody for joining us today's session. I'm not sure exactly. I would like to do them 35 or 30 minutes, whatever, but whatever it is, it is. It's all good. I thank you for all joining us today or tonight, this evening, afternoon, wherever time zone you're in for Angie, Unleash Your Truth with Angie. You can like, follow, subscribe to the channel, and be looking for this episode. It'll be episode 9 then. And we'll come back and we'll let you know ahead of time. If you have any questions for Denise Walters, you can find her on Facebook
Yeah.
and ask her or leave comments here. And we can try to do the best we can to help you to understand where to get resources from. And just to know, remember to meditate and keep your head straight.
That's right.
Time, right? Get us
Right.
and get
Always
yourself a
remember.
place. Yes,
Yep. Nature heals.
nature heals. That's our quote. You might as well get you a couple shirts made with that.
So I'm telling you,
Yes, because it's the truth.
it is.
Yes, I thank you again, everybody, for joining us, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. God bless you and have an amazing day, cuz.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.